They're making a career out of this. And we've got to stop that. I mean, we have a bunch of ruling elite professional politicians. Once they get in office, they get their machine going, they get the money flowing, they get the lobbyists in their pocket, and they create quite a machine. I believe me. You know, this, you know, it's kind of crazy to say, hey, I'm going to take on Ann Emerson in the Republican primary and beat her. Isn't that kind of just crazy stuff? But here we are 4 years in.
Not this time.
I beat her in a straw poll that the Republican Party had in Farmington. I beat her 2-1 in a packed house straw poll up there in Farmington. Now we're having a Lincoln Day event this weekend in Farmington. We're going to have the whole caravan with Parker signs on it. A bunch of people are going to show up with Parker t-shirts, and the candidates are going to speak. Joanne was going to come. I think she's canceled. I'm not for sure, but the latest word I had, she's not coming. So that's what's happening in Farmington. Sykes sends a lot of the same stuff. She refuses to debate me. You know, she said, you know, on the front page of the Southeast Missourian that I'm a liar, I'm not a credible candidate. The last time I ran, with as little resources as I had last time, I got 35% of the vote, which was 4 times more than anybody had ever gotten against the Emersons. 4 times more. The Emerson campaign was telling people I was polling at 6%, all the way up to the end. I said, well, you know, Bob, they're telling us you're polling at 6%, you just don't have a chance. Well, we got nearly 6 times more than they were putting out that I was getting. So we need to get less than half of the support additional this time that we got last time. I think it's very doable. I would say right now we're running really close. About 1 in 10 folks vote in the Republican primary. That primary is August 7th. So I encourage you, if you like what you're hearing here, get some flyers that I've got, give them to your friends, hand them out in your church. We've also got something else we're doing, because this is a grassroots kind of campaign. I have, you know, no lobbyists have given me a penny. None of the PACs have given me a penny. The money that I get for my campaign comes from folks just like you. You know, that'll give 20, 50 bucks, you know, $1,000 a few people have given. But it just comes from the grassroots kind of folks. You know, the big shots aren't funding this campaign. We're doing a grassroots campaign. I'm encouraged. I think it's, you know, look at the message this will send if we can take out in the primary, you know, like Lugar was taken out the other day, and we're starting to see some of these elections do that, to take out these incumbents, these professional politicians that have voted for big government and all these bailouts and everything else. And what a message that would send to have the Congresswoman in Missouri with the longest tenure to be taken out by somebody. It would send a message not only across this district, but across this state and across this country, that the little folks can get organized and we can do it. We can have a voice if we all work together. And that's the message that I want to send so badly, and show people that it can be done, with just that dogged determination that, by gosh, we're not going to take it anymore. We're going to stand up. We're going to fight. We're going to do what, if we don't have a lot of money, we can put up signs, we can hand out brochures, we can call our neighbor. You know, they always said word of mouth is the best advertising, didn't they? And I still think it is. I still think it is. So tell your neighbor. I want to have my wife come up just a minute and say a word or two. I'm going to surprise her here. But she's a lot to... This is my wife, Ann. She was my high school sweetheart. And I started chasing her after 7th grade. But she didn't like me because she was taller than I was. So we've had a little bit change. But I just want you to say a little word.
Yeah, that's true. He's still chasing me. Yeah, this has been quite a journey for both of us. When he decided that this is something that he was called to do, he thought about running for different things, and every time he'd say that, I'd say, oh, honey, don't do that. Don't do that. But when he came to me and told me that he was going to run against Ann Emerson, I said, I know you are. Because I knew in my heart that that's what he was called to do. So I'm fully behind him, and, you know, I get tired and grumpy sometimes, and hot, because, oh, it's hot out there, this parade. But it has been encouraging to see people get excited, and people that have never even been in politics before are coming and marching in the parades, and I had one gal, she's been at 2 parades with us. I'm not sure what town she's from. We have people in the parades we don't even know. They just, and friends invite them, and it's amazing. And this one little gal, she marched in 2 parades so far, Fredericktown and Perryville. And she said, I've never done anything like this in my life. And it was just really encouraging that they are going to stand up and take a stand, and they are ready for a change. And it's just wonderful to see people do that. It's just encouraging to see in Perryville, the parade kind of lined up down in the park. They have a park there. And, you know, I got to tell you, the first parade we ever did was Bob and me and John Robinson that was up in Farmington. 3 of us and our pickup. And that was it. And Bob, I drove the pickup, Bob and John handed out brochures. And so that was our first parade 3 years ago. This parade, we're down in the park with our truck, and another truck with those big Parker signs on the back, and about, 20 people there. We were just like, oh my goodness. And then up on the highway, we see these 4 Parker trucks all lined up in a row. It's like the cavalry's coming, and they're like all parading down there, and we're like, well, I don't know if they'll let us all in the parade. I mean, that was, and then we had like a golf cart with big wheels on it that was there, all decorated up and everything. And so we just thought, well, all they can do is tell us, no, we can't do it. And so they all lined up on space 35. There we all were, 6 pickups and this golf cart thing. And they let us go with 26 people and all those pickups. So that was encouraging. When the pickups come down, we've got all these Parker stickers there. Oh, there's Bob Barker. Come on down. I'm like, yeah, remember to come on down and vote in August. That's right. So anyway, it's exciting, and just tell all your friends that if you believe in Bob, that you're going to vote for him. Ask them to vote for him. If they are in agreement, ask them to tell a friend. And we can do this. We can do this. And I do feel like the cavalry is coming. There's lots of people running that are, conservative, Constitution-believing people all around the country. And I believe that God will bless us with those people to help us get out of this mess that we're in. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg. Keep running, we're ready for church. I want to thank Gary Philly for all his work that you've done, Gary, and I want to thank Carolyn and Bill for all the stuff that they do, and Berlin and his lovely wife, and Bert, did you want to say a word or two?
I do.